Okay, so I just received this R9 290X today. I'm just kind of tooling around with it, making sure it works, making sure everything's doing what it's supposed to do. So we are running Cyberpunk. This is usually, if a video card can run Cyberpunk, it's the game I like to test with. If it can't run Cyberpunk, then I'll do something like I don't know, Crisis 3, something like that. But this can run Cyberpunk. Right now, I'm kind of pushing it as hard as I can. I found 1440p. Dang it. There we go. Okay. So with the use of AMD FSR 3 plus the AMD FSR 3 frame generation, I find that the medium setting, let's turn that down a little bit, is really kind of your maximum at 1440. And I'm going to be clear, this is not a 1440p video card, okay? It isn't. I'm sorry. I get it. Everybody wants to be told their shit's the best. I get it. I'm not out to tell you the 290X isn't impressive for its age, but it's not a 1440p card. Okay, not in 2025. It is a solidly 1080p card. So let's up it to 1080p. I guarantee you all of the slight, and I'm not going to be able to make this. If I really, dang it. If I really wanted to, I could make it full screen. I'm not going to bother with it right now, but as you can see, 1080 is where we really start to get those high frame rates with all the graphics features added. That being said, 1440 is getting so common now that it's not uncommon for somebody who just ends up with a random monitor to get one that's 1440 or even 4K. I mean, man, I think I saw Ben Q or someone the other day selling brand new 4K monitors for, man, I think it was like $165 for a 27 or something. I think it might have even been IPS too. I was surprised. I didn't realize they'd gotten that cheap. But high refresh rate 1440 is so damn common now. Even if you don't even know what you've got, there's a good chance it's 1440. So let me show you guys something else interesting. So watch this. Okay, so we've got FSR frame gen. Now watch this. When we get out of it, it's gonna do it. Oh no, it went right back to the frame rate. Okay, sometimes what I've seen is it takes it a minute to start with frame gen and FSR 3 properly. So there'll be like a little bit of a delay when you exit video graphics where it'll drop down to like 35 FPS or something. And then once the frame gen starts back up, it goes back up. It's not really a problem. I mean, you get used to the fact that when you edit settings, it's going to happen. But this is absolutely playable, guys. And we're talking, so this system is, I believe the GPU is 2013 and the CPU is either 13 or 14. I think the 4790K was like early 14 or something, but so this is a fully period accurate system. And there's nothing, in fact, even my SSD, I think my SSDs are even period accurate. I think these are older SSDs too. So there is absolutely nothing here that is giving us a boost on performance that wasn't available when this hardware was new. Yeah, this would have been expensive. I don't even know what the number would be, probably close to the double-digit thousands. But this hardware was available. The hardware to accomplish this was available in 2013. In fact, even more if you look at X79 with like a fast high core count, like 6-core i7 HEDT system, maybe even more. So it certainly goes to show that I really think that people are, you know, with the cost of GPUs, I think people are failing to realize how long some of these actually last. I mean, this is a 12-year-old GPU, 2013 to 2025. So, and we're still able to do this with the advancements and upscaling and graphics tech and stuff that apply to some of these older cards. It's pretty impressive what we're able to milk out of some of this hardware now. I mean, I know this isn't quite a 2025 level Cyberpunk experience. Certainly a low-end card today is gonna give you better, but this is not bad. This is the general experience is here. Let's tool around with a few other things. So let's do let's do this. So one of the other things I've noticed, let's put it at the highest amount of upscaling. So one of the other things I've been noticing with the FSR, because I didn't used to use it, anything above the lowest amount, but on a somewhat sliding scale from what I can see, FSR delivers better results the higher the original resolution input is. Again, this isn't gorgeous, but it's far from unplayable. And again, I always tell people that's coming from someone that owns a 4090. Okay, like I'm not sitting here saying this is playable, having not experienced the best that can be had on this game. I've seen it at its best, and I have seen Cyberpunk at its worst, and this is far from the worst. It's far from the best, but it's far from the worst, and it is far from unplayable. Oops, I'm in the wrong lane. Myself, this experience honestly is good enough that I don't feel like if this were what I had, I would just hate my life. Okay, this is not bad, and this is, let's be honest, this is essentially e-waste hardware. The actual specs. Now, I've shown this build before. This build is nicer than the average 4th gen build. Okay, I've got a high-end board, high-end CPU cooler, high-end RAM, high-end case, high-end power supply. It's a high-end setup, but the actual specs themselves are e-waste. 4th gen with an R9, I guarantee you, the people that I'm buying these GPUs from off eBay, they are getting them as e-waste. I promise you. I can tell, because when I look at the other items by seller on eBay, it's pretty obvious that most of them are e-waste recyclers. Okay, these are e-waste that somebody is pawning off on me because I don't have access to an e-waste. I guess I have some, but I don't have access to a source of high-grade consumer e-waste GPUs. If I did, and I need to get one because I'm really getting tired of paying like $40, $50 for these cards that really, they're not old enough or special enough to be worth anything, and they're not new enough to be useful for anything other than what I'm doing with them, showing them off. So I'm getting a little tired of paying like $30 to $50 a piece for these things, but whatever. Have your friends and family watch my videos so that I can justify paying these prices. Ooh, did I go over? Oh, I survived though. So I can justify continuing to randomly buy these GPUs at stupid prices. Anyway though, that's just kind of a quick one. I wanted to show you guys kind of some of what goes into my initial testing on a GPU. And there will be a lot more with the R9 290X. We already did the 7970. We did the R9 390X, and now we're going to be on the 290X. So unfortunately, it wasn't in sequential order, but it just depends on when I get my hands on the GPUs at a price that I can stomach for the fact that these don't get resold. I do not resell these GPUs. These go on the shelf so that I have them for doing these kind of videos. So it could get kind of expensive if I have to pay like $30, $50 a card, you know? Anyway, though, thanks for watching the video.